So I think about, so I'm the only Buddhist in my family, as I shared, like being a Latino Chicano in LA here, which is so much of LA is rooted in the Latino Spanish-speaking community, right? Throughout my journey in my family, friends, circles, professional circles, people always ask me like, well, what attracts you to be a Buddhist? Like, that's culturally, we don't see Mexicans as Buddhists in Mexico or Ecuador or like here in LA. Like Catholicism is rooted in culture. In You have the Virgin Mary or La Virgen de Guadalupe, and it's like everywhere you go, she's an iconic image in the Latin community, right? And so, but and I love that. I mean, I very much am, I guess, a cultural Catholic, but not a practicing Catholic in a sense, right? And I share with people like, well, what is it about it? Um, and the way the best way I could explain it to folks is that, in lay terms, is that Buddhism teaches us to be our best selves. In a sense, it teaches us to wake up. The term Buddha is awakened one, right? And so I share that Buddhism opened my eyes. It woke me up to live my best life. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? Like, would you live your best life? Like, and when I mean that, the main thing I tell them is that I finally, when I say awake, I am learning now more than ever in my life to be present, to be here, to not worry about the past and not worry about the future. I let go. The process, the teaching of letting go is the journey. And so I tell folks like, you know how we always think about, oh my God, what happened yesterday, last month, last year, this with this fight with this person or that struggle with that person, and how much of our mind is fixated to all the things that happened that we still carry today. Is that your best self? No, it's not our best self. Or all the worries about tomorrow. How am I going to pay this bill? And where am I going to live this? And where am I going to go to this school? And where am I going to do for my job? And what am I going to do this and that? And like, we don't even know what is happening tomorrow, next month, next year, but we're so fixated on tomorrow. And so we're missing today. We're missing the moment that we have right in front of us right now because our mind is not present. We're not present. So then, is that living your best life? Is that living your best self? No, because I tell folks we can, 25 years from now is going to go by like that. And then where are you going to be? You're going to say, damn, did you really live your best life? No, why? Because you were worried about the future every day and you were worried about the past every day. So you missed it. You missed life. You missed life. Life just passed you on and you didn't even see it. And so I tell folks that Buddhism is teaching me to be present, to see and be in life now, today. Open the eyes, see what is around, appreciate what is around you, around me, engage with it, feel it, you know, in all its physical senses, and be one with it. And have the memory in your mind, in your heart, like be with it. Yes, pictures are great and helpful to document on your iPhone or your Android. But if all we do is walk through life and just focus on snap, 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 and we're not really present in it now, then we weren't really there in a sense, right? So I explain it as helping me live my best life by being present. And so by being present, I'm able to be in community with somebody in this moment and actually see them, experience them, and be one with them in a way that I wasn't before. Being present means that I'm able to engage in any activity and actually be one with the activity and actually focus on the activity and enjoy the activity. And even if I'm not enjoying the activity, I know that I'm not enjoying the activity because I'm one with that activity. And that's okay too. Washing dishes, folding clothes, sweeping outside, driving the car, lifting the weights, running on the treadmill, right? Having a dinner with somebody, eating a meal by myself or with somebody else. I'm learning to be present in those experiences in the moment, to find the joy in the moment, to find the happiness in the moment. And that goes back to that element of mindful choice and action. I have a choice here, and I can choose through mindful thought and action to be present, or I can choose not to be present. By being present, I can actually experience life. Um, and make them live my best life, and if even if I'm going through a very challenging, difficult experience, just by being present and sitting with it is allows me to live in the best moment. So that's one way I explain it. The other way I tell people is that Buddhism allows me to let go. I know we talk a lot in Buddhism about being free of discrimination and attachment, no clinging, right? Be um, that's a huge principle. So I just say it helps me just to let go, and be free today. Um, and so by letting go, I'm I'm seeing that life is truly impermanent, and impermanence is a blessing. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a wonderful thing, because if life was not impermanent, then the world wouldn't grow. We wouldn't grow. We would stay the same. And permanence, though there's some good things about permanence sometimes, permanence wouldn't allow us to grow as people. We wouldn't be able to get up and try again. We wouldn't be able to get up and do it better the next time. We only have one shot, and one shot only. And if we fail that shot, oh well, it's over. You don't get another shot. So I tell them, like, it's Buddhism allows me to finally see that impermanence is a blessing. It's a beautiful thing to let go and try again. And if you fall, get up and try again. And the biggest teachers in life for me now, which I never thought would be my teachers, is nature. Trees are my biggest teachers, and I thought that's kind of crazy. It sounds silly, but the idea of seeing the way a tree lets go of those leaves and let them fall, and be bare, and understand that those leaves, when they fall and disintegrate and to the ground, will be part of that soil again, that will regenerate that energy in the tree to grow new leaves. Like, that cycle happens in ourselves over and over and over again. This process of letting go, and whatever let go, you take the good from that, and it builds back on you, and allows you to flourish again. That has been a beautiful process to kind of come to some realization, awareness of this sense of self is so integrated and interconnected to all things around me. I understanding that that same energy that exists in that tree is that same energy that exists in me. And I think the letting go and impermanence has, I tell people, is allowed me to be free. And so those have been wonderful, wonderful teachings. Awareness, waking up is what I explain to people, that Buddhism is about helping me be my best self. And so when I explain it to that way, people become interested. They become, oh wow, that's cool. I get that. Like, I want that. I want to experience that. I said, then come join me. Like, come be come be part of the sangha. And so I've invited people to come and meditate and be part of this journey with me, or have these teachings. And as I was taught, I show people, go explore it for yourself, question it, challenge it, see what benefits come out of that, see if that makes sense to you. And people appreciate that. So I think those have been some wonderful teachings that I've taken from Buddhism, that I'm applying in my daily life every day.